Hi guys, I'm Aurena Agate-Fohler. I'm a psychic, I'm a multidimensional being, starseed and twin flame. um, yeah, I can see and read energies and I can heal, and right now I'm also going through a period of 2020. Haha. It's actually quite tough and exhausting at the same time, really amazing because so many doors are opening up. And I have few clients and people are texting me and saying, hey, I know you're twin flame. How are you coping with that? How do you feel? You know what I don't like is, twin flame is a very strong word. It's like when you say to someone, I love you, you don't just say to everyone, I love you. You really say that when you mean it from the bottom of your heart, and it has this very strong energy. And I'm not talking about from parents to a child or from friends to friends. I'm talking when you just meet someone and you see them and you meet them, and then you feel like this really strong desire to tell them, hey, I love you. And then you should say, I love you. But when you're a twin flame, not everyone is a twin flame. And I'm sorry, I know many out there, even I have been in touch with people, they said they're twin flame, and then when I spoke to them, it was like everything else, but it was not a twin flame. I can talk about myself and I will explain why I know I'm a twin flame. When I was born, even with the age of not being even 1 year old, I did remember a lot of things. And I remember even when I would go to the kindergarten, being like 3 years old, I had this, it was like, I can't even explain it, this huge pain and desire in my heart being 3 years old. I mean, that's like really psyched up. I don't even know where that came from, right? So I'm serious, like. So I had this, I know out there is a guy, a boy, which I love very much, and he's my other half. And I still remember that. And every day when I would go to the kindergarten, I was looking for that soul, I was looking for that boy. And my whole entire life, I was looking for that boy. And of course, then I had relationships and I fell in love. And then I felt, no, this is not what I want. This is like, I could see like this is manipulation. This is like codependency. This is not real love. This is everything but not love. And then I didn't even know the term twin flame. I didn't know what it means. And then further down the line, I had always relationships like totally messed up, learning a lot, learning to love myself, learning to be strong, learning to stand on my own feet. And then I would have dreams which they would tell me in my dreams, they would guide me that I'm an Arcturian, that I'm connected to Pallas Athena. And then for years, when I had this dream about Athena, that voice would call me Athena, and I was seeing a huge crystal druce, like almost 2 meters, and on the top I would see a hologram, like a cube, and it would change from a cube to a circle, and from a circle to a triangle, and it would keep shifting and rotating. And then I would ask that voice, I would say, hey, what kind of crystal is it? And then that voice said, of course it was in German, it's a opal, but there's no opal, there's a topaz and an opal. And then for almost 7 or 8 years, I was really trying to find out something on the internet, and I couldn't find anything because I didn't have the names, I didn't know the meaning about Metatron cube. No one was talking about that. It was not an awareness of the public in the crowd. And then only like few years ago, I got all the puzzles together, like step by step. And then when I was in Sri Lanka, I did a healing session, and all of a sudden I saw an image of Mahakohan, and Mahakohan was wearing a topaz, and he's an ascendant master. And then I found out, okay, there's Pallas Athena. She's also an ascendant master. And she's the same statue at the Liberty statue, which is in the States, and that statue was built in France, and it's a very special marble how they made that. And actually the Liberty statue is a copy of Pallas Athena. And then when I was in Sri Lanka and I had that healing session, I started Googling, and something in me was like pulling me. And then I was reading and finding out that Mahakohan is the twin flame of Pallas Athena. And that was in November. And I met a guy in November, which I knew already for 10 years, but either he was like, in my head, I said, oh, he's too young, he's too far away, no, he's not what I want. And then after I had like a breakup again, I was saying, okay, I'll try with this guy, and I knew it's going to be tough, and I thought I will try it. And when I had my first kiss, it was, I think, around 11:11, and then I got this, I cried for 1 week, and I had this, my heart opening, and my body was burning. It was like a flame. It was like so hot that you feel like you get burned, but at the same time, it's like you don't get burned. And then I found out about Pallas Athena, Mahakohan, they're twin flames, and Mahakohan has this etheric palace here in Sri Lanka. And then it was just too much, it was too overwhelming, and I tried to talk to this guy, which I thought he's my twin flame, but of course he wouldn't talk to me because it must have been overwhelming for him too. But then the last 3 years, which I know he's my twin flame, it's a fucking nightmare, and at the same time I have never reached so deep and understood myself like the way I do now, about who I am, what I'm able to do, about my psychic abilities, about my purpose here on earth, and healing so many traumas from my childhood. It's like a real deep healing. And the difference is between all the others. I know you don't know when it's your twin flame, but in a way you know. It's like they always say, oh, you know. What rubbish. There's your head, there's your heart, and you don't know what's going on, and your head is saying something, your heart is feeling something, and you don't know if you can trust yourself. So what I used to do, I can just give you like little few guidance and tips. If it's a karmic, do the healing. Whatever they mirror you, if they treat you badly, work on your self-love, work on your self-esteem, work on your self-worth. And you will see all of a sudden it makes tuck, the cords are disconnected, and you just leave that person. Either the whole universe is doing everything that you can leave that person, or it comes from deep inside of you and it's just over, and you feel a release and you can move forward. With a twin flame, it's different. When you do a healing, it gets tough, and if you do a healing, it gets tough, and then it's okay. And then you will see that your partner is actually moving forward with you. You will see the moment you heal, they will heal, and they will change with you. And it's a very tough quest. No one said it's easy, but it's definitely worth it. And do as much healing as you can and start realizing and acknowledging who you are, but always make sure that don't do things on purpose. If he doesn't want to date you and he's not ready, don't just date other guys because you want to feel better, because that's like you're running away from yourself. Actually, what we do is we run away from our emotions, because it's this terrible pain which we feel in our hearts and our whole body, because every time we do a healing and we meet our twin flame, it's like this internal flame, Christ conscious flame, which is like burning our body. It's like we are not burning in hell. We are burning the old belief patterns, the old structure from the ancestral lineage. We are burning all the negative patterns, and we are getting rid of implants. And yes, when you meet your twin flame, you do get psychic attacks, and you get energetic attacks, and you get people from outside trying to stop you and block you. But all I can say is, the moment those things and attacks happen, go inside of you. Remember that you're protected, because the whole universe, the angels of light, they all want you to be happy, and they will support you. And never give up, keep going. And if you're tired, sleep. If you need to go and travel, travel. And you have this immense, huge pull that you feel like you're stuck and you can't go anywhere, do your level best and do everything you can do to be happy. Eat healthy food, do the healing work, do drawing, do paintings, do arts, try to meet your friends if it feels right. But if you're sad and tired, be sad and tired. So all I can say is, if you feel you want to talk to them, just talk to them. They're the only person, and I know it's like, the amount we fought, the amount I was using filled language and saying the most nastiest thing, and he would call me the most nastiest thing, I always could feel, and I always felt, I can always come back and talk to him. And that is something I never had in my whole entire life, and I feel like crying now. Because, I mean, just imagine you fight with someone and you have this attitude and you don't care anymore. You can just move forward. And with that person, it's like you had the most amazing fight, the worst fight ever. And then you feel like you can't go back because it was the worst fight and you don't want to lose your face. But then in the end of the day, you can always come back because there's so much love. And then you know, in your heart, like there's this one piece, and in your heart you feel, hey, it's true. That it's like sometimes you feel like it's good to be true, it's too strong to be true, it's overwhelming, I can't take it. But if you feel like you love that person, just fucking goddamn love that person. No one can stop you from loving someone. I love you guys too. Bye.